What's good, Kingdom? Yo, welcome back to another another death battle reaction, bro. It's been a minute since I reacted to any of the death battle animations, videos, and stuff like that, because I didn't really see any of that. I'm like, yeah, that's what I care about. That's really anything I know about or whatever, right? Last thing I reacted to was, I think, Popeye versus One Punch Man, which was fantastic. I was really enjoying that one. And now we're going to hop into the new one, which is called Spider-Man versus Deku. Now, if you know what Death Battle has done before, right? Deku lost against Asta, right? He has lost against Asta, but that was a couple years ago, right? That was when he hadn't had all his like new quirks and powers and whatever, right? And now he's going against Miles, or well, Spider-Man, of course, but like, this is Miles Spider-Man, this is not Peter Spider-Man. So he has lightning powers, invisibility, probably anything other that I don't know about, because I only played the game. I have never read the comics. I'm not gonna care about power scaling. I'm just gonna care about enjoyment. I'm gonna care about consistency, about what they think would be correct. If it's correct or not, I am not fully caught up with My Hero Academia. Like I said, I've never read any of the comics for Spider-Man or the one for Miles Morales. So anything they're gonna say, I'm just gonna take with a grain of salt. Because they happen to have a lot of inconsistencies, like in their past and all that, right? People getting upset about it and stuff. I'm just going to assume who's going to win at the start. Now, from what I know about Miles, I mean, he's Spider-Man, right? He has typical Spider-Man powers. He got lightning, invisibility, the Venom stuff, right? The lightning stuff. I mean, you would think Spider-Man would win. But I've definitely heard that Deku is very OP, and manga, right? So, honestly, I could see it going either way. But I'm going to say Asta's going to win, just because, I don't know. I just got a gut feeling that Asta's going to win. Deku. Deku, not Asta. But yeah, it would be kind of goofy for them to, like, lose to Asta, and then win against Spider-Man, right? Although I don't think Asta would beat Spider-Man. No, but maybe like overpowered Deku with all the new quirks and whatnot could definitely beat Spider-Man. Anyway, enough yapping, okay? Way too long intro. Let's hop into the real stuff, okay? All right, shout out to Death Battle. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. They're already,
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Yeah.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like,
oh, this is gonna have spoilers about the second film I haven't watched yet. Oh, damn it. Okay, whatever.
1610, when
I should've just
NYC's
watched it.
webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without
That's
its
my own
protector.
fault.
But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying.
Yo, I don't want to like be very annoying about any of the lore of Spider-Man or whatever, but like, where are these spiders coming from, and why do they just not go around biting motherfuckers? Like, I know Miles, like, he killed the spider that bit him, right? I think. Or he walked away. I don't remember, actually. I do remember he like got bit, and then either the spider walked off or he killed it. I remember. But like, where are these spiders coming from? And why aren't they like biting more people? You know, that's an inconsistency I don't understand about Spider-Man universe. Anyway, go.
Trying to figure out his place in the world, and now he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried
Kinda,
the Oz
yeah.
formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar,
yeah. Oh god, I hate when, especially when in the game, the spider senses are just not working. Like, you eventually, like, have to, you get hit by, oh god, what's that guy called? I forgot. Craven, that's his name, yeah. Eventually you get, like, fight against Craven as Peter, and his spider sense just don't help him at all. Like, it's so dumb. It's so stupid.
through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher, though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle?
Yep.
Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living
How so?
parents. Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even
Living parents, you say? I believe his dad died, but sure.
if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword.
Oh, damn.
What kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linnophiidae, have a process known as ballooning.
True.
By spinning a thread of their silk,
True, yeah. They can
Earth's
fly.
natural electric fields to fly,
Yeah.
traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
He's pretty much Sonic if you think about it. Only Sonic can fly. Or like web swing, I guess.
OG Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem.
Yeah.
A blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The
Ooh.
same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to
Still need to
regulate
watch that
Miles's
film.
venom
I heard it
powers
was
too,
pretty good.
allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not
Okay.
as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City.
Damn.
That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
True.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Can I just say I really like Miles Morales as Spider-Man? I think they really did such a solid job in like not making it a Peter clone and just making it a very unique character that has a interesting interesting story and like actually intriguing characteristics and like he's not just a carbon copy of Peter, and he doesn't like show any of the the good or bad qualities Peter has. He's just his own person. Which just happens to have spider powers, and he just happens to get mentored by Spider-Man. At least in the games. I don't know if that's also in the comic thing. But yeah. Also the film.
His universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
That's how it happened, okay.
Players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot spider people, dinosaur spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them. Each with their own way of getting the job done.
Damn, how many are there?
Battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
That's gonna be a crazy transition to my hero, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But what is a hero?
Yeah.
To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace.
All Might, the big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
And yet he didn't give it to Mirio. I'm still pretty salty about that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not saying that Deku was a good example of a hero, but Mirio was a way better example than Deku, bro. Like, way better. But anyway.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo liked to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his...
Low-key, Deku's origin story was him just being delusional. Like, if he didn't get saved by All Might trying to save Kachan, he would have died, dude. Like, let's keep it a buck, right? If he didn't get saved by All Might, he would have died, dude. Absolute stupid.
Idol told him that he
But no, I need to be a hero. I need to save my friend.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow.
And his arm.
Accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously
Although that was just his theory. That was All Might's theory, because he never had any of the drawbacks that One for All had. He never experienced them. Ever. He was right away, he could do his muscle form and everything. Like, it was a completely different thing. And the theory, as far as I know, is that because Deku has like a special form of it or something, that's why he experienced what he experienced, where like he destroyed all his like limbs and fingers and legs and stuff like that by using it. Until he got a proper like control over it when he did the full cowling stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't hate Deku, alright? I just don't really like him, alright? I think his character is annoying. Crybaby, like, unneeded crying, in my opinion. I don't mind characters crying, alright? I think it's a really good way to showcase the feelings characters go through. But I think My Hero does a little bit too much about the comedic crying aspect, right? And that just bothers me a little bit. But outside of that, I don't think Deku's a bad character. I just never really liked him that much.
Trained to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit
against
of putting
Muscular,
others
so sick.
way before himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
That was
to cut
so
down
sick.
on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling.
Yeah.
Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style.
Kicking.
Choke style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book.
Yeah, this is also what I like about Deku's character that doesn't really, like, fully get realized in most of this, you know, most of his story, is he started off as a crazy nerd, over-analyzing all these, like, superpowers from heroes and stuff. Meanwhile, he used his quirk so stupidly until, like, season 3 or whatever, when he finally starts to learn how to properly use his quirk. Like, what you mean, bro? Your whole life, you dedicated your whole life to study all these superheroes' powers, and somehow you realized after, I don't know, how many months of breaking limbs and fingers, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I should think about how I'm using my powers. But no, it took months. Even a year, actually. I think, yeah, actually a year until he decided, maybe it's not really advantageous to keep breaking all my limbs every single time I use my powers. Maybe. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's so stupid to me, bro. He started off as this big-ass nerd, over-analyzing all these superhero abilities from all the other heroes in the universe, but somehow he never really grasped how he used his power correctly. Like, he should have been, in my opinion, a master at his own abilities right away. Like, he is so smart. Like, people forget that. Deku is a very smart and intellectual character, but the way they write Deku, he looks like a stupid idiot. It pissed me off. Anyway, sorry.
Switch to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone.
Nope.
Just as All Might had passed One For All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One For All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One For All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All For One.
Already to watch, continue My Hero Man.
They can also brace
I need
his
to see
arms and
everything what I
manually
read in the
control
manga,
his
man.
muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Yeah.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and
Advanced hockey, dude? Bro got advanced observation hockey. My bad, I couldn't find the word. Anyway, he got advanced observation hockey. Okay, well, the joke is done, never mind.
and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him create a smokescreen, but he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
You don't get it, bro. It's aura, bro. Imagine pulling up in smoke. It's aura. Doesn't matter what kind of quirk it is, bro. It's aura.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with full cowling to achieve faux 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm with a... I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second.
Damn!
That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
Jesus!
He can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target,
Gear
he can
shift?
control-
Wait, yeah, okay, hold up. You're telling me he got gears? Yo, who's the author for My Hero again? Oh yeah, Horikoshi. Yo, Horikoshi. Big up. I see the One Piece reference. I see it. Yeah. Bro took a book out Oda's specialty. Hell yeah.
Bullet speed
You love to see
abiding
it.
by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even
Okay, I would like to say, from what I've seen from Miles compared to Deku right now, I think Deku is this gonna be easy dub for him actually. This is gonna be an easy dub, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can make lightning sword. Oh, how cool is that? I don't give a fuck, bro. This guy can pretty much stop time. He is pretty much the Flash, Superman, Iron Man, the Hulk, like everything in one, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Miles got no chance. I'm sorry. There's not even a chance.
Protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes
Okay.
of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Oh,
Not
okay.
nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him, though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
Okay, hold on. So unlocked One for All's full potential, became number 4, my bad. Number 4 hero, obliterate Dark Might's fortress. Dark Might's fortress, okay. Flew nearly 200 kilometers an hour, survives the recoil of this attacks, saved Eri, Kota, Aoyama, Lady Inacnate, defeated Shigaraki all for one, overall gentle. I mean, you really want to put gentle in there? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like that, it was a great character. All right, I like the villain, but it was not really a villain that I would, say, oh wow, incredible that he actually defeated Gentle. Anyway, you can hit you really hard. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, that's very
Pressure of having
important.
to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone
True.
was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him.
Enemy? I mean, come on, bro. Deku, fucking Bakugo is an enemy, bro. Oh, I didn't see the Shigaraki there. Wait, Shigaraki? Really? Damn, okay.
Enemy and everyone else supported and cheered him on, because that was the greatest threat to All For One's reign all along.
That was really good though, like the arc where Deku got like this like very like villain or like anti-hero kind of arc, right? Where he was just not anti-hero, but he had like this ominous look, right, and stuff. Like he didn't look like a hero anymore. He was like, I don't know, he was running on some sort of engine that just kept on going and going and going, where he just took down all these villains. Because obviously, like, the whole city was, like, in turmoil because, well, All Might, the face of peace himself, he died, or he didn't die, but he should have died, in my opinion. He was gone, right? He couldn't, like, stop all these villains, so it, like, created this whole civilization of all these like villains that went rampant in the city, which made the whole city into like some like wasteland, right? Like some apocalypse. And he was like doing this all alone on his, and eventually, as far as I've read, I think the last thing I read was when he like returned to UA. And then, they like made a plan or some shit. I don't know. Outside of that, I haven't really... I could look, actually. What chapter did I leave on? 342. Yeah, 342 was the last chapter I read. Yeah, here. It's time to discuss our final plans for the second pivotal war. Yeah, they were prepping for war and stuff. And then he had like a conversation with Uraraka about like the whole state and the city and the battle, the future and stuff like that. Okay, so that's where I left off.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All For One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
That's cool because All Might did the same. No, that's Saitama. Never mind.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5
What?
as a teacher, passing on his
Wait, whoa, what?
Huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and
Huh? Okay, so he lost his quirk. This is pretty much when Ichigo used the final Getsuga Tensho and lost his powers. Nobody liked that. Why would they do that? What? Surely he became like a hero advisor or something, right? I don't know, something hero oriented. Like, he's smart, remember? He used to like document all these heroes. Surely he can like have like an agency that like trains heroes in using their quirks or whatever, right? Right? That's what this future is, right? He's gonna be some mentor kind of person, right?
and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One For All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school.
Teacher is good. Honestly, I can see teacher. Yeah. That's not the bad occupation for somebody like Deku. Absolutely.
If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends.
Okay, this is literally the Bleach thing. It is, bro. It is. This is literally just the Bleach section, bro. Like, Ichigo lost his Shigenami powers. Then the Fullbring arc, he got like new powers, and then like all the captains from Soul Society, they gathered all their powers in this one sword to give to rebirth his Shigenami powers, and then he got like this combination of Shigenami and this like new Fullbring stuff in one, and he got even stronger than he was before. That's pretty much what happened, dude.
For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Bro, this wants me to like watch My Hero again, bro. It's been so long since I watched it. Last episode was, when was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, like I said, bro, it's not like I hate My Hero. I just don't like Deku. I think My Hero is a very good story and like universe, but I just don't really vibe with Deku that much, you know? Anyway, sorry for yapping for about 30 minutes. But hey, that's just my channel, baby. Leave a like, and comment, and subscribe. Here we go. We're finally heading into the battle, baby.
Hello, it's me,
Hello.
Store-Bought Benjamin.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Yes, that's our Mechanical Menace Mecha Goose pulling down the trunks of poor Dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available now.
Okay, they got merch. That's cool, bro. That's cool.
On deathbattle.gg for
I'll
a
let it
limited
play,
time.
though.
Website members can even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat. I like the hat. I know what else you're asking. Benjamin, why did Wiz build robot butt cheeks on Dummy?
Why not?
I don't know. Get your cheeks at www.deathbattle.gg.
Why wouldn't robots need cheeks? The fuck?
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death
Yeah, I'm so sure that Deku will win, bro. I'm not even like... Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. Although I don't think Deku and Miles would ever fight. That's what I do want to say before we start. Deku and Miles or Spider-Man in general would never fight. They would never fight, bro. There's no reason. Anyway.
Huh?
Yo, that's kind of clean though.
You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth.
Oh.
Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware!
Okay. Oh, damn. The counter though. Uh-oh. Damn.
Yes.
That gotta
Can't use my
hurt.
full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
Bro, is he just... Hold on, I just realized something, bro. He is literally just using Skywalk from One Piece. I'm sorry, bro. I just see the references, alright? Maybe it's coincidental, but let's be honest, bro. Like, kicking the air to fly, I mean... Do I need to say anything else?
You got skills, man. I like that.
I like the voice actor for Miles. Very good.
Oh, mierda.
Bruh. Did it just die? Oh, I broke it, right? Yeah. Damn. Wait, femboy? What, did I hear that correctly? Oh, fanboy.
I
Okay.
moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out.
Okay, damn.
Because I always do my best.
That was cringe, bro. Don't say it ever again. Damn, bro. Can I just say these animations have gone like crazy over the years, bro? Like last one I watched, which was like the Popeye versus Saitama, right? They really gone crazy with these, man. Holy shit. Love them or hate them, you know, whether they are inconsistent or like lying about statistics or whatever the fuck, right? Or they're wrong, whatever, right? You can tell me that these animations and death battles are always exciting and entertaining to watch. Damn, he just... Okay. He literally just catched his kick, bro.
If I'm gonna do my best,
Whoa!
I gotta do my own thing.
Yo! Damn! Yo, that was menacing, dude. Yo! Oh, I don't know what, like... This looks like a frame from some anime that I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, that looks sick, man. I think it was like Mashle, I believe. I think it's like a Mashle frame, but I'm not quite sure. Damn, bro. The animation's so fluid.
Right. Your quirk is amazing.
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, come on out, bitch.
Pursuing shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Oh. Damn. Oh, this is gonna be the final clash.
Death Bang!
Go beyond.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, damn, he pulling down. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he got overcharged. His tech was the end of it, bro. He lost because of his advanced tech. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, this is like such a good metaphor for life, bro. Like, if you rely too much on external powers or external things, like for example his armor, right? If he relies too much on his armor and it overloaded and he exploded, right? This is a very good metaphor for life, man. Like, be your own power, bro. You can use other tools, but always stay true to yourself. That's why Miles lost.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
I can't wait until I can't wait to read the comments, bro. I have purposely not checked the like to dislike ratio yet. I have like make sure I didn't see it yet. So I'm very curious to see it.
Start by talking about their superpowers,
Okay.
which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles's invisibility was harder for danger sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the spider sense's radar system allowed...
Can we just, like, acknowledge that when Miles used his, like, invisibility and he realized that Deku can, like, perceive his attacks even when he's invisible, he just abandoned the whole concept because, like, all right, well, that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna get an edge over it when using it. That's some good battle IQ, man.
Him to find Deku in a smokescreen, but Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fa-Jin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. No, Deku is definitely on top with superpowers. It's not even close.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Yep, okay, hold up. Listen, he might have dodged the sniper bullet, right? But he saw it in slow motion. Like, that gotta be, like, light speed, right? Surely. Right? Like, he teleports pretty much in the whole thing. Like, in the anime themselves, he's so quick. It's like a vanish from Dragon Ball Z, bro. Like, how is that not light speed? Unless they portray the animation to look like he's going light speed, but he isn't. That could be the case. I don't know.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki.
Yeah, exactly.
Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
Except his own fucking quirk, anyway.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
Yeah, but you can also argue, like, because, you know, it's a longer story, right? And they had, like, a smaller time span. So I guess I would say skill would actually be more of a experience counter, in my opinion. And I do think that Miles has more experience than Deku, like, by far, right? And skill, I think that's very subjective. I don't think you can really rank skill that well.
Close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
Yeah, that's Deku, bro.
No contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One For All is all about.
When Deku defeated All For One, the energy needed to part those clouds with his punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all.
Yeah.
So the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough.
This is just like in Dokkan, bro. Why get hit if you can dodge? He should have been better, man. He should have built himself better. Anyway.
Enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All For One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
Damn.
And Deku did that with One For All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had.
Okay.
Making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
Who knows? You never know. Just because it's thinner, that might be just for design. I mean, we have gone from phones that were this big, right, to phones that were this big, and they're advanced way, like, they're scientifically more advanced than any other phone, right? So, just because it's designed to be thinner doesn't mean that it would necessarily be weaker, right? But I understand the assumption. It makes sense.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpower battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Yeah, but I also would say that Miles didn't really have like the time or like didn't really get the chance to properly use any of his like strategic plays, right? Because from what I know, and that's from what I seen from the game, right? He is more of a strategic fighter than like a full brawl, like all-out brawler, right? He's more strategic, he's more like dodging, he's more like outthinking the enemy, and I do think that Miles could definitely outthink Deku. I really do think that, but I don't know. I don't see that Miles could have won. I mean, Deku is such a OP character. People don't want to like say it, right? But Deku is so OP. Like, especially like after getting all these quirks, like he's pretty much the avatar of quirks, right? So it makes sense that Deku won. I'm not even denying the results. I was already expecting Deku to win. Even before I knew all his powers, right? I knew he had like more quirks, so I just assumed, oh, he would probably become very powerful. I saw how powerful All Might was compared to like Miles. I don't think All Might would Prime All Might would beat Miles. I do think Miles would definitely beat Prime All Might, but Prime Deku is just not. He's just not on the same level, man. And even though I like Miles way more than Deku, he's not on that level. I'm sorry, bro. He's just not on it. He's not on the level. So yeah, Deku winning, I'm not even surprised. And honestly, I think he deserved the win too. Like, I don't think any of the attacks against Deku would have even like faced him. Like any attack that would come from Miles would have really faced him at all. Like I said, he's more of a tactical fighter. He's like brute strength. He's not overpowering Deku. Durability, he didn't overpower Deku either, I think. Yeah, I mean, if you're not stronger than the enemy and you can take more hits than the enemy, you already lost. Doesn't matter how quick you are, how strategic you are, how better like skills you have. It doesn't matter, bro. If you get outpowered and outsped, I'm sorry, bro. It's over. Or out damaged. Like, I'm sorry, bro. It's over. Like, if you can take more punches than your enemy, and you can dish out higher powers than your enemy, you're done. It's over. You're cooked, dude. But yeah. Great video. Let's head to the dislike ratio. Oh wow, people like it. Oh wow, look at this. Look at that. Okay, I understand it. Yeah. Yeah, I liked it too. Very, very sick video. Alright, let's see these comments, baby. I already know there's gonna be some ignorance in these comments, bro. His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. That means it has a limit. Deku really learned from the best, I see. Yeah, pretty much. Deku and Miles were fighting in the streets. Shigaraki and Miyato are fighting in the subway. What kind of quirk does he have? What type of Spider-Man is he? Yeah, that's a fun dynamic. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Not a MHA fan, but people are still underestimating Deku. My bad. Deku to this day. They hate the anime, so they hate Deku. It's just pure bias. Yeah, I don't think that's incorrect. Amazing is my buddy. Even in parody, Miles didn't forget to praise Peter. Gotta love Miles. Yeah, because amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, funny. Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate. Deku loves all superheroes. Yeah, he definitely respects heroes a lot. He admires them, let's be honest. Love how Deku mentioned Zero at 1539 since his favorite superhero is canonically Spider-Man, so they've probably fanboyed with each other at some point. Wait, Zero? Hold on. Let me hear.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing.
Who is Zero? Mr. Tape Man? Tape Man. Tape measure. Elbow motherfucker. Nah. That's crazy, bro. I love the respect you have for these characters. The fact it seemed like this fun banter led into an unfortunate accident, but even then he acknowledged the ultimate Spider-Man is just sniff so peak. Thank you guys for showing. Damn, people really like this. Wow. I was expecting like way more hate. Is anyone talking about Deku accidentally killing Miles? Yeah, I know the point of these fights is to the death, but knowing his personality, I doubt he'll walk away without feeling deeply, painfully guilty. Yeah, that is true, but hey, I think you just have to disregard that section, right? Like, for example, like it's just, you know, Deku wouldn't go, like, to Miles and like start like boxing all of a sudden, and neither would Miles, because Miles can understand who is an enemy and who isn't. So I think you have to just disregard that whole section, because that's just, you know, you need to make some sort of narrative to make it make sense, right? The beginning of the fight was Miles is the comic style, with Deku being black and white because of manga, and then in the end it was all manga due to Deku's... Wait, beginning manga style? Hold on. Also, the Jump Force, bro. I remember Jump Force, chat? Jeez, okay. I disagree. This is heavily like Western comics, bro. This is not manga.
Huh?
Oh, Deku is black and white. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yo!
And then he like, bro, this section is pretty cool actually. Like, if you think about it, he just jumped into his dimension almost. I think that's what they're trying to like convey with this kind of thing. Like they suddenly like he jumped dimensions, even though he doesn't have a power that jumps dimension, I believe. Maybe he does, I don't know. Or like any other character that does. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's cool. Like that already like makes this fight like canonically makes sense, right? Like they tried to convey, okay, he somehow infiltrated the universe of Spider-Man, right? That's cool.
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth.
I really like that pose, by the way, that they did here. Like, I really like how they animate Miles here, man. It's so clean. I really like it. He's so in character, man. That's such a good thing. Like, he would do this in the game, and I can see him do that stuff, right? Yeah, see, this is where the strategic side of Miles comes in. Like, he leads him towards a place, and then, you know, he traps him in, like, some webs. Very, very smart. Yep, more strategic stuff. Oh yeah, that's typical. Like, oh damn, I didn't realize that. That's a good one. Yeah, he getting caught by surprise that he crossed his web thing. I forgot his name. Web fluid launcher. Web launcher. Yeah. Yep. This the athleticism of Miles very well conveyed in this little section right here. Remember, bro, base Deku caught a steel beam. Remember that, right? He caught a falling steel beam. He caught it. Base Deku, bro. Like, you can't underestimate him. Bro, where did I remember? That kick seems so familiar. That kick seems so familiar. Oh, it's a Luffy reference, dude. Yo, this Gum Stomp, bro. That's crazy. Yup, totally. And then this, like, the twist kind of thing, it also seems very Luffy-esque.
I'm gonna do my best.
I like that part, by the way. That was really sick. Like, I don't know anything about this vibranium, like, suit, but the fact that when he folds up, where like he gets all this like glowy stuff and all that, like, nah, that's fantastic, dude. And that's a reference from the film, right? I believe there's like a little reference. That's clean. That's like, it's like the worlds are colliding. Very, very good cinematic stuff, yeah. And that's really cool, because here does a comment out. And like the comment said, like, amazing is my body, I'm the ultimate, bro. That's I didn't even realize that thing. That was crazy, yeah. The fact that somebody pointed out was really good, yeah. Can we just like acknowledge how clean this pose is? Like, these animators are going wild, man. Like, these poses and stuff. Oh god, man, this is so good. Although I do want to like say something here. I do think they made him a little bit too like slim, if that makes sense. Like, how can you give him like these broad shoulders, right? But give them like these tiny little legs. Like, consistence, man. Consistence. Also, this is a Dragon Ball Z reference. This is literally just Final Kamehameha, or Father Son Kamehameha Gohan, bro. Look at this. Or maybe it's a Chidori reference. That could also be it. I don't know. At least it reminds me of like certain like anime stuff, you know? Like I know a lot of anime, right? So I will correlate a lot of stuff with anime. It doesn't mean that this is intentionally done or like referenced from. So whenever I say, oh, this totally this or totally that, don't take it too seriously. I just say it because it's synchronized with my like knowledge and stuff, you know? Like that's just what I first think of, and that's what I say. Yeah, that's totally like Chidori's like stuff, man. And in this section, this is what he did against damn it, what's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, this guy, Overhaul. I totally forgot about his name because I thought he was an underwhelming character. I really didn't really care about him that much. I think he was like one of the worst. He might have been the most badass and he had like the greatest fights, right? But I do think he's like was way worse than like Gentle or anything like that. Like character-wise, he was bad. That's why I forgot about him. But yeah, this is what he did against Overhaul. Very cool. Bro, I just realized it should explode into webs. Man, that's clean. And now he's back in his own universe because it's like all the colors are gone. What? Damn, bro. Yeah, that's so cool that he goes back to like manga, like colors and stuff. Very sick. Also, when did he get a cape? Did I miss that? Did I miss him getting a cape? When did he get a cape like that? Yeah, I have no clue, man. I don't remember him getting a cape. Didn't really mean to like go over the whole fight again. But it kind of just happened, okay? It kind of just happened. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I think this video is long enough. I mean, you think a video that's only 20 minutes is enough if my video is... Oh, I need a break. My bad. You think my video is long enough when the video itself is 20 minutes and I stretch it to 1 hour? You think that's enough? I think that's enough, yeah. Really good video, by the way. Shout out to Death Battle. I haven't really watched any of them at all since the last one I reacted to. I've really not been like keeping up with it or anything like that, but I saw people like really hyped and also some of them really annoying about Twitter about this, and I was like, you know what? Let me be, you know, on time for once, you know, and react to stuff before I get spoiled because of the end result, right? And I'm glad I did. I really glad I did. I really glad I did. Sorry, I can't speak apparently. So yeah, that was the death battle between Deku and Miles, aka Spider-Man. I mean, bro. Also, one little thing. I want people to realize this, alright? Spider-Man is a moniker, okay? You can call Miles Spider-Man without mentioning that he's Miles, alright? Spider-Man is a moniker, alright? It is a nickname. It is a hero name, alright? So anyone who has spider-like powers is a Spider-Man. Or a Spider-Woman. Because apparently there's also Spider-Women out there. Like Gwen, right? So, I don't know why people always like get upset. Like, oh, you didn't call him Spider-Man. Or, oh, you didn't call him Miles. Or, oh, you called him Spider-Man, not Miles. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. They're the same dude. They're the same dude, bruh. Spider-Man is Miles, Spider-Man is Peter, Peter is Spider-Man, and Miles is Spider-Man. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? It really doesn't. Now, only if you're talking about the specific Spider-Man, I would recommend you saying Miles. I do, right? That makes, you know, makes it easier to understand. Like, oh, this is the character I'm talking about. This is the this is gonna be the powers that I'm, you know, going to be referencing or whatever. Like, if I say, yo, I remember when Spider-Man did that lightning shit, you're gonna be like, lightning? Spider-Man doesn't do lightning, right? Because everyone associates the the Peter Spider-Man with Spider-Man, right? Which is fine, right? He was the first one. He had decades of of stories, games about him, so it makes sense that the default one goes to Spider-Man Peter, right? So when that comes, right, you can just say Spider-Man, or yeah, you can better say Miles. But if you just talk about Spider-Man, it can be both. Like, Sure, there's differences in characters, but Spider-Man as the entity, as the moniker, it's the same thing, okay? So can we just stop being annoying about it? Just clarify it if you really must, right? But if you don't... What the fuck? Door just closed. False alarm was just my my door, or not my door. It was a window open in a room, and it closed the door. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so the moniker, it's just a moniker, right? It's just a nickname. Unless you need to clarify who it is you're talking about, like, if you really want to, like, dive into the character or whatever, just call Miles Spider-Man. It really doesn't fucking matter, okay? So yeah. With that being said, let me know what you thought about the video, about my reaction. Leave a like, subscribe, join Discord if you want me to react to your video, or talk about this video that I just reacted to. And with that being said, that's about it. Take care, chat. Peace out.